What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a minute. But you're listening to the Hardcore Geek Podcast, and as always, I'm your host, Ryan, aka Mr. Showtime. And join me on the super secret bat phone right here in Wayne Manor. I got the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Dub. Joe, how are you, my friend?
Joe Dub. It almost sounded like it was kind of like me pushing a button. Like, what's going on?
What's going on? That's like that old, like, the, if anybody's from Cleveland, the Jammin' 92.3, the, in between, like, the Saturday mix, where they'd be like, it's like, Saturdays at 9, or something like that. I can't remember. That's it. Oh, man. So, it's been a little while. Obviously, we haven't had any episodes in, I want to say like a month and a half, and that's all my fault. I kind of addressed this really quick. We did a WWE episode on Sunday, but but some of our listeners, they don't know, I've been a little sick, a little under the weather, and it's kind of, been moving stuff all around as far as scheduling, and we definitely had plans to do other episodes, but it's my dumbass just couldn't get myself together. But we're here, and it's I figured, what better week to come back. We got a lot going on as far as the world of comic book movies, comic books in general, and just all around geeky stuff. Guys, as always, if you want to check us out, we are on iTunes. We're also at hardcoregeekcast.com, on Facebook and Twitter at Geek Podcast, and HC Geekcast on Twitter as well. Alright, so it's May the 3rd.
That was a lot.
What's that?
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. I just realized something. Like, it didn't hit me until you said, you ever actually sat there and listened to the whole under the weather theory, the phrase. I mean, technically, we're always under the weather because the sun and the rain is above us coming down. Well, technically, the rain comes from the water down, and then it goes up in the air and all that other stuff. But, it almost contradicts itself.
It kind of does.
Technically, I'm a little under the weather. Like, yeah, you are. The sun is up there. What are you talking about? Okay. You continue. May 3rd, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whoa, it's Wednesday.
I know, it's Wednesday. It's craziness.
Hump day?
It is hump day. It's hump day. And first of all, we got a lot going on this week. We have this Friday, Thursday, really, if you want to think about it, tomorrow night, for a lot of folks. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is going to be coming out. That's one of the, obviously it's leading into Thor Ragnarok. It's going to be leading into Spidey, and then also into Black Panther, and then we're going to be getting Infinity War. I cannot wait. So this is just another one of those pieces, another one of those moving parts in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I cannot wait to go see. Also tomorrow, it's May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day. So I want to talk about how we're going to be celebrating that, how we're going to be doing that. And then I don't know if you do this. I've actually done this. I had to work last year, but the first Saturday in May is always going to be Free Comic Book Day, and a lot of bookstores and comic book shops. It's just what it sounds like. It's Free Comic Book Day. They give away free comics. They have a lot of artists, local artists, and big names come in and do free art and do meet and greets, and it's going to be a lot of fun, man. But let's get down to it, man.
You mentioned that before.
Yeah.
You definitely mentioned that before, and I still have yet to jump on it, which, I mean, as you know, I don't get into comics as much as I used to when I was younger, just because I would buy them, and they would probably just sit there, as well as I wouldn't know what to buy, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, hey, so you got a main shop you go to?
Yeah, and I definitely want to give them a plug because they're awesome. If you're in the Cleveland area, it's Carol and John's Comic Shop. It's at Cam's Corner in Cleveland. I've been going there since, I want to say, my teens, man. It's been the same people running it. It's like super cool, super mom and pop, but they got everything and anything you can ever think of. They give you free cookies.
That's right there in the middle of the plaza too.
Exactly.
I've been there before.
Yeah, man, and it's like I go nowhere else for my comic books. Like, yeah, I'll get some stuff from like Half Price Books because I always find like a gem there. But like Carolyn Johns is absolutely amazing. So if you want to check their website out, it's C. letter njcomics.com. They have actually a lot of information about their free comic book day specials they're going to be doing on Saturday, and then also about some new releases that are going to be coming out specifically for free comic book day. One that I'm actually really excited for is actually going to be the Secret Empire. That's from Marvel. So Secret Empire #1 is I don't know if it says on sale now, but I thought it comes out Saturday. I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to be picking that up. But yeah, man, if you have time, man, you should definitely, if you're out and about and you see a bookstore anywhere, they're probably going to be participating, so you can probably just pop in there and find some pretty cool gems. If you're just trying to find something random,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan, definitely.
And yeah, man, I love my comic books. I mean, you got me. I can't, and I didn't mention this before, but you got me out of the blue. War Machine #1. I was like looking for that forever, and I was like mint, and I always love that. I really appreciate that.
Oh, anything from my home slice? Definitely. I mean, hey, I'm a big person with doing things like that when it comes to friendship or even my personal relationship with my soon-to-be wife. I listen for those key things. So you mentioned it. As soon as you mentioned it, I was researching immediately. Like, that'd be nice to get them. Cool. So and like you said, it was in mint too. So I mean, and I didn't die in a parking lot to get picking it up. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I know, right? you didn't get hit up by the Craigslist killer to find me a War Machine comic book.
Right.
So I appreciate that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So you all witnessed a very sentimental moment here in Hardcore Geeks. So let's go. Let's kind of go in order. Let's see what's going on. So tomorrow is Star Wars Day, and we have a lot of stuff going on as far as this year. We have episode 8 coming out, which is super exciting.
Can't wait. Who do you think they're referring to with this Last Jedi? Like, there's so many things going around that maybe it's Luke, or technically it could be Rey. Did I say it right? That's her name, right?
Yeah, and obviously Rey's Force sensitive. I mean, we saw that in episode 7, and then obviously she's furthering her training with Luke. At least that's what it looks like in the trailer. But I mean, can Jedi be? I think everybody's like, who is the last Jedi? But Jedi can also be plural, so it could be her. It could be Kylo Ren. It could be a group of these people. That are Jedi, and I think that's what like a lot of people are missing. It's like, well, who is the one singular last Jedi? And I firmly believe that it's more than one. You know what I mean?
That's a good thought to have with that, And then we also have the title being in red instead of the traditional yellow. So
yeah,
that's very intriguing. Like, I'm thirsty to see what direction they're going with that. Kind of bummed about, with just social media and stuff like that in general, because you got so many people like, oh, I swear this is the Empire Strikes Back Part 2, and with Force Awakens, I didn't feel, it felt modern. It didn't feel like they tried to recreate the old trilogy, the original trilogy, or anything like that. Like, it felt like it was its own. It paid homage to the old trilogy and everything before it, but it seems like it's trying to make its own, without using too many old characters and stuff like that, because this is technically for a newer generation, even though you have people who, what they came out 77 and 80 something and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's still people older than us who they were going to when they were teens and in their 20s who are like pumped for it too. But then you got the other ones who probably aren't fans, just like the ones who weren't fans of the 1 through 3, the prequel trilogy.
Yeah, and you know what? And, I think we need to take we need to do a full Star Wars episode one day because there's so many to cover. I think it's I obviously loved Force Awakens, right? I think it was just like you said, it wasn't a shot for shot remake. There were some similar things, but I think that was done on purpose to kind of like you said, pay homage to the past. It also introduced a lot of brand new lovable characters. And, it gave us something, a story to move forward, and it kept with the continuity of the original trilogy. Obviously, Rogue One was what it was, and it was awesome. It was the perfect bridge between 3 and 4, obviously.
With the most awesome Darth Vader scene in the history of life.
Absolutely. It made Darth Vader scary again, I think...
it did, definitely.
Yeah. And it was great, and then it makes me, and then the trailer comes out for episode 8, which I want to kind of get into that for just a second. But you alluded to the prequel trilogy. I don't think I have as much hate for the prequel trilogy as most people do. I literally own the prequel trilogy on special 2 discs each movie. But it's I think we can all admit that Phantom Menace wasn't what we all wanted it to be. And Clone Wars.
I'll be honest, I've never seen that one. That's what Darth Maul.
Yeah, and you know what? Other than the pod race scene and the final lightsaber battle, that's probably really the only memorable things. Other than the score from John Williams, that really makes gets me excited and it has a soft spot in my heart. But yeah, that one is definitely passable. The one that kind of falls to the wayside for me is actually episode 2, and I think it's just because there's a lot that they could have trimmed out of it, a lot of dialogue, and I just wanted to see the action. When we got to the actual wars and the battles, when you seen Count Dooku.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
I remember me and Sean seeing it, and because we both seen 2 and 3 in theaters, and I remember 2, I actually was dozing off, and there's nothing wrong with, a movie having dialogue, because of course everything can't just be nonstop action, but it's a right and wrong way to do it, and I feel that they did the wrong way in there, even though it more so went, to me episode 2 was almost more of a love story.
It was, yeah.
So it was geared towards that, so it's almost like they could have, you could still go to that because we need to know that backstory, but at the same time, it didn't feel fully like a full Star Wars movie, but episode 3, to me, episode 3 was phenomenal.
I love it.
I won't say phenomenal. It was great. It was great. Just to see, it made you look at Darth Vader, Anakin, totally different, because you seen why it wasn't just, I'm a bad guy. He had reason to turn to the dark side.
Yeah, man. It was. I enjoyed episode 3. I seen it multiple times in the theater. And it just, obviously the final lightsaber battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan was great. There was some silly stuff, and they're kind of surfing on the lava, which was kind of, it is what it is. But it's yeah, man, I think the one thing, the visual, if you remember the visual where, Anakin's, burning alive, and he's, his limbs are, chopped off, that's, some messed up stuff to look at, so, Star Wars, I don't think they get enough credit for certain things of the prequel trilogy. I know it's not as beloved as the original trilogy, and the movies that have come out recently, but, I don't have as much hate as most people do. Are you doing anything special to celebrate May the 4th?
I am going to change my messenger at my job to May the 4th be with you.
That's good.
I do it. I've been doing it for years now. I'm going to put it on my Facebook and my Twitter, and I'm going to find some type of picture and put it on my IQ. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
That's how it's going down.
That's a good idea. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but nothing nothing major. I mean, if it was up to me, I would probably watch one tomorrow. But you know, the kid got gymnastics, so and by the time I would want to watch it, it'd be like 11. And you know, Star Wars movies are like 6 hours a piece, so I don't know if I'm
yeah, that's very
be able
true.
to get to that.
I might check out.
Maybe you know what I'll do?
What's that?
You know what I do? I'm going to YouTube the Darth Vader scene from Rogue One.
Okay.
And I'm going to watch that. That's what I'm going to do.
You need to make like a soundboard, and then if you're at gymnastics, if somebody falls, and you need to cue up the "No" from Darth Vader from Episode 3. Just do
Somebody
that.
going to cough an attack if I start laughing. It's funny. I don't know if I told you. I feel like I might have mentioned it. You know, somebody on YouTube recreated that Darth Vader scene, but with Lego people.
No, but I'm sure I would love to see that, though.
It was phenomenal. Like, they did such a good job. It was almost like Robot Chicken, but with Legos. Like, it was so perfect.
I'm gonna check that out. That sounds good. Yeah, but you know what I'm actually gonna do, and I think I'd be excited about this. I was randomly, I was on my PS4, and they have like the little online shop where you can download games and stuff. And I saw for $4.99 they have Super Star Wars from like SNES. So I'm gonna download it.
Wow.
I'm gonna buy that bitch, and I'm gonna live stream some of the gameplay. I'm probably gonna be terrible at it because it's just, you know, I thought I would live stream.
It's been so long.
Oh, I know, and you know, games are so different now. But I was gonna live stream Battlefront, but the new Battlefront is absolutely just horrendous. I can't wait for the new one to come out, Battlefront 2. But yeah, I'm gonna.
Right.
I'll tag you. I'll put it on our YouTube, and I'll tag everybody, and you know, that's how I'm gonna celebrate. We'll do that tomorrow, and yeah, and then I'm gonna patiently wait until December. That's all we can do, right? That's crazy. So let's move on, man. I know this is the meat and potatoes, man. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You've heard it.
Yeah.
Obviously that you know, reviews are in that it's supposed to be better than the original. I don't know how they could top that. You know, you and I talked about that off the air. And did you hear that there's going to be 5 post-credit scenes?
I did, and I don't know how true it is. And it's funny you mention that now. I need to confirm with my good friend who got to see it already. Yes, people he's overseas. I'm pretty mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
If he did stay and see those 5 post-credit scenes, now would it be funny? Would it be karma? Is if he's like, no, it was only 1 for me. And then we go and we get all 5, and I'm like,
I know, right?
That would be funny.
I
like,
think
get your money back. They gypped you some of you better be like, hey, I want my movie or my money.
And right. I think James Gunn confirmed it though that there are 5 scenes, but he said like only one of them really matters. Like I think like if that's the case, it's gonna be like, you know how we get the Howard the Duck one in the first one, you know, just like it was just kind of stupid, but it was just there. I think we might get a couple of those. But then we'll get the other one that's going to lead into Ragnarok. Because, man, if you look at the Ragnarok trailer, it really looks like it's like in that same realm as Guardians of the Galaxy as far as the aesthetic.
It had the feel.
Yeah.
I mean, from the soundtrack to the 80s-ish title, and just the feel of the trailer, it felt like the same people, the same directors did Guardians and did that. Like, they did them together, and it's like, okay, we're going to bring this out soon. So, yeah, I almost wish, just for that purpose, because it felt so close to Guardians, I wish they would have waited till Guardians came out and dropped the trailer, because, I mean, it's only been, maybe 2 weeks since the trailer dropped.
No, it's been like a month, man, I think. Has it
really been a month now?
Yeah, you know why? Because it was Easter. It was Good Friday. No, was it Easter? What day? When was it? No, dude. You know when it was? The day that it dropped. I think I think it was St. Patrick's Day. I'm almost positive it was St. Patrick's Day.
No, really?
I think so, man. I'm almost positive.
No. Where did that month go?
I don't know, man. either that.
I mean, you're probably right. Or if anything, it was dead smack at the beginning of April. So either way, it's probably definitely been a month.
Yeah, it was either that or that was when like the first images came out. But I know it wasn't too far after. But I mean, it's we again, it's like one of those. Okay, now we gotta wait till November. So.
Right, and I mean, it's cool. It's I know this trailer didn't show much. It was enough to get you excited and like, oh, this one probably is going to be the best out of the three that comes out of the Thor trilogy.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I'm we've talked about it on air before. The whole trailer's showing too much, and they don't need to show a lot anymore. Like, I actually watched a little thing in regards to like the Infinity War and stuff, and they were saying how Guardians, it's not a spoiler, but they were saying how it kind of stands alone. It's its own film, and they don't need to connect each other like Captain America being in Guardians is not necessary because they're so deep in it. They know, we know we have to see Guardians because then we're going to go see Thor and we're going to go see the, Spider-Man and everything. We know how it connects. It's not like back in the day, back in, 2010, when Iron Man 2 came out and then they had the little Thor hammer at the end credits and stuff. So,
yeah, it was almost like it was forced, you know what I mean? But
right.
Yeah, but I think like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's kind of come a long way to the point where like things can now kind of flow a little bit better now that we have like an end game. Like we know where all the movies are going, even though there's a lot of moving parts. We know where they're all going to end up, So it's not
Absolutely.
we don't need like any shocking anything. I think if anything there'll just be little hints like, all right, this is gonna all the Infinity Stones, Infinity Stones, that's been the common thing in all the movies, that's where it's leading, and I think it's a little bit easier this way. Do you think we're gonna be getting Thanos in Guardians? We're gonna get a little bit of a peek of him again?
I feel like we kind of have to. We didn't see him in Civil War, right? At all,
no,
completely.
Not at all.
Okay, so let's think about it. When's the last time we seen him? He wasn't in Civil War. He wasn't in Doctor Strange.
He was in Guardians.
I
think it was Guardians. Was it Guardians?
Because I know. Okay. Let's map this out. I'm painting this invincible picture in the air right now with my index finger, my left one. At the end of Guardians, that was the one where he was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," right?
God, I want to say.
I think that's what it was because it ended and.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Was it that, or was it at the end of Avengers, the first Avengers?
No, because Guardians came out after the first Avengers. Because the first Avengers came out in 2012.
That's true. I don't know. I gotta watch it.
And Guardians came out in 2000. Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, that's when he did that because he was in Guardians a few times. Because remember,
and Ronan blew it. Yeah, Ronan effed up.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yup, and then he was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and then he had a little smirk.
Yeah,
so if that's the case, we haven't seen him since 2013.
Yeah. No, dude, it's 2014, so because that's when I moved into my house, man. I remember you told me to go. I was on vacation because I just moved in my house, and you're like, "Hey, man, you got to go see Guardians like now."
Has it been 3 years of Guardians?
Was it? I think. I want to say it was like summer of 14.
Yeah, I mean, see all these movies we're getting confused.
I know, right?
It's 2017. Okay, let's go backwards. Last year was Civil War, right?
We got Civil War, we got Deadpool.
Civil War, Deadpool, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Okay, that was last year.
And then the
that was
shitty
2016.
X-Men movie.
2015 was 2015 was Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Yeah. God, that seems like it was so long ago.
Ant-Man came out in 2015.
And
wow, what else?
Is that all we got?
Of course, my iPad is downstairs.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
You know what? Guardians possibly.
Maybe it was 2015. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off. Let me look.
I really think so because I really think so. I think it was 2000. I don't think it's been three years since that came out.
Let me see.
I'm sure.
Dude, it says 2014 superhero film. Guardians of the Galaxy came out. Let's see. July 21st. August 1st, 2014 in the United States. You know why? Because when you texted me, I was on vacation for my birthday. It wasn't when I moved in. It was right after I moved in. And I was on, and that was when we were like, "Hey, are you off today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, and then you told me you need to go to the movie theater right now and go watch this movie. You made my plans for that day for me. You remember that?
So that means Guardians came out the same. Did Guardians come out the same year as Winter Soldier?
I gotta find it here. Hold on, let me see. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Do I have my years? Oh, it has it in phases. Okay, this might help. Okay. Guardians came out. Okay, there's Winter Soldier that came out in. When did Winter Soldier come out? This is terrible.
That might have came out in 13.
No, that's 2014, April 4th.
Okay, so Winter Soldier. Okay, Guardians came out in August.
I think I have them.
Something else came out.
I think I have
in there too.
So Phase 2 was Iron Man 3, then Thor, Dark World, then Captain America Civil War, then Guardians, then Avengers Age of Ultron, which was 2015. So 2015, we only got Age of Ultron and Ant-Man.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
And then 16, we got Civil War, Doctor Strange. And then now, because we're in Phase 3 now, and now we're getting Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Thor.
Spider-Man.
And then...
Okay, and Doctor Strange started Phase 3, right? Or Civil War started Phase 3?
Civil War started Phase 3, yeah.
Okay.
So Black Panther's coming out before Infinity War?
Yeah, I think Black Panther come out February, right?
Oh, I thought that was coming out after. Yeah, man, February 16th. Okay. Cool.
Yep, that's February. Infinity War is May. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, is July.
I think you're right. I think I just had it here. Let me go back. I need like a GPS to navigate through this. Okay, so it's stopped. So the only thing it's listing for Phase 3, what we haven't seen, is Guardians, Spider-Man, Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War, and then the second Infinity War, which I think did you hear the spoiler that Zoe Zaldana said? She said we're all gonna be back for a Gauntlet. Like, are they gonna call it Infinity Gauntlet? I think she accidentally dropped a spoiler in an interview.
You know, it's funny you mention that because that was in the video I watched today, but I think I blinked wrong and I didn't hear her say it. But they were talking about I don't know if you heard of them. It's the page Emergency Awesome. If you all don't follow them. They're great on reviews, especially comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going over how they're using Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet, and then another comic book. They're basically using the story from those two comic books.
Yeah.
And then she said something. She was like, "Well, I guess I'm probably about to be fired." So
yeah.
I'm not. So that technically doesn't really give anything away in my eyes. I guess I need to just I just need to not research, because, I'm not familiar with the story, so that helps, me not knowing. But, that might not actually be, that might be a loosely used title, too. I don't think she's that, I don't want to say that dumb, but I don't think, Marvel has been really good about keeping stuff hush-hush, they've been good about that. So either A, none of them know the title name, at all. That could be a possibility. Or that could be just, that could be a smoke screen, too.
Yeah. So I just went to Wikipedia.
Because
Oh, go ahead.
Because they said that, they said clear as day the title is a spoiler, so, and that's why they can't, also, with Phase 4, they can't give out, how they have dates for movies,
mm-hmm.
but no movie names, because the movie names would give away who made it, who did, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's gonna be an interesting couple of years, man. I remember when we started with the first Iron Man, and we were thirsty for Avengers, and we finally got in. Now we're here, about to get another Guardians and another Spider-Man, but actually in the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
Great times, definitely great times.
The only thing that would make me happier is if Marvel could get the rights to X-Men and possibly Fantastic Four and do it their way. You know what I mean? I don't want to necessarily do it right. Fantastic Four, yeah, they'll do it right, but I think X-Men they can definitely incorporate that. But I mean that's wishful thinking.
I think it'd be amazing. But see, then you go into the issue okay, people like me and you and a lot of our fans listening, they could come out with these movies forever, and I'll go see them all the time and not care, as long as they keep it fresh.
Exactly.
To other people, there's a lot of people out there who feel that it's already running its course too much, and people are tired of it and stuff like that. And it's like they're making it seem like these 17 movies a year drop, when it's not. It's all different studios who are doing this. So I feel like the chance to come out with X-Men and stuff, I mean, they can still do it in the future, but I think it would have been so much better if they were able to get the rights to it and used, Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman and all of them when they were still, I guess we could say younger, because they've been playing characters forever. So,
yeah, about 20 years, yeah.
I think to see Hugh Jackman and Tony Stark, Hugh Jackman and Robert Downey Jr. on the same screen and stuff like that.
That'd be sweet.
It's so many options, the options are limitless. It's so many story arcs and stuff, and then you get into the issue of money, people on the screen. Look, what they say, over 63 different characters in Infinity War, that's a lot of screen time,
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's but they gotta break it up into 2 movies, it's too much.
Right. And we seen it work in Civil War, because we're like, there's a lot of people in this, but they made it work. It didn't look clustered, everybody got their shine, and it was great camera work, definitely.
It was, yeah. So, we got about 10 minutes left in the show. I did want to warn you ahead of time. I went to go to Wikipedia really quick, because I was going to try to look up some of the characters from Guardians. They got the whole damn plot up there, so I had to, scroll through that really quick.
You had to do the quick scroll?
Yeah, I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, they got the damn post-credit stuff on there and everything. I'm like, okay, I just want to see, because I couldn't think of the one girl's name, the new character. Is it
Nebula?
No, Nebula. No, I like Nebula. I think she has a cool look. I am thinking of Mantis. I'm excited to see Mantis in here. And then, of course,
I'm curious how she's gonna fit in with that.
Exactly. And then we got our boy Sylvester Stallone's gonna be in there. I keep forgetting about that. As
I'm pumped to see. I'm pumped to see who he plays. I've avoided anything that showed who he plays because I think it's been released. So I'm leaving that at that until I see the movie. So.
Love it. And then, of course, Kurt Russell in there, too, as we saw in the trailer. So, yeah, man, I can't wait.
Right.
I know I am going to be... My lips will be sealed. Will not be revealing anything. But we're going to be seeing that in XD on Friday, so I cannot wait. Paid a little bit extra. Bringing the wife. She's never seen it in XD, so I think it's going to be an experience for her.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no other way to see it, so we have to see it that way. Speaking of trailers, before we wrap up, dropped today, the Defenders trailer. Did you check this out yet?
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say, so, do you have anything else you want to bring up? And I'm like, yeah, the freaking Defenders trailer. What are you talking about?
Yeah, man, talk about it. What did you think of it?
Ooh, man, I had a boner. I'm not gonna lie.
So, I think I'm one of the...
Here.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like the lightweight Avengers. You know what I mean? Like, we powered our way through 13 episodes for each one of these series. 13 one-hour episodes for each one of these Netflix series. Some of them kept us intrigued. Some of them are a little tough. We're looking at you, Iron Fist.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Mr. Iron Fist guy. Why did I just sound like the guy from, remember the football commercials? Real Man of Genius?
Yes, Mr. Iron Fist guy.
Like we're talking about you, Mr. Hot Dog Guy. Mr. Hot Dog Guy at the grill. It was the funniest thing ever. I felt like I did that, but okay, continue.
No, man, I'm just excited. I mean, obviously, it's going to continue with these guys fighting the evil bad guys from the Hand, and it looks like we're going to be getting Elektra back, which I'm sure. I mean, she wasn't going to stay dead, obviously, and
right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just pumped. I mean, my favorite out of all the series is definitely Daredevil, so I'm pumped to see him back. I love both series, and I love that the suit looks awesome. And obviously, I think this is going to tie into the upcoming Punisher series, which I'm also pumped for too. So Marvel's killing it on all facets.
I think they are on all cylinders. I think that's what you're right going to say. Yeah. If Daredevil is your favorite, I'm torn because I know I'm one of the few who I loved Jessica Jones. It wasn't just a like from the first episode, and a lot of people, you get people like, oh, well, it didn't have a lot of action. You know what? That story, that villain to me is the best villain out of all four of them. Just because you feared him. He could just do what he wants. He was a badass.
Yeah.
And you've seen the fear in Jessica Jones' face.
Mm-hmm.
When she talked about him or somebody mentioned him. So it's almost a tie between Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. I was late watching those two. I watched Jessica Jones like a year after it came out, and then Luke Cage, like, let's say 7 months after. So after I finished Jessica Jones, literally I went into Luke Cage, and I didn't like the first episode like that. But I think it was because they're two totally different shows, and that's why they, come out like once a year, or one at the beginning of the year, one at the end, to separate it so you had that breather. So, like Iron Fist that came out on St. Patrick's Day. And then we got Defenders coming out, August 16th, 18th?
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. So I'm very excited, and I will have to get my Netflix endurance going and buckle down, and I think with the team, it's definitely gonna be more intriguing, and if there's gonna be the interactions between all the characters. In the trailer, we obviously see the conflict between Cage and Danny Rand, so that's definitely gonna be, there's gonna be some comedic moments, and I really think because it's Netflix, we're gonna go all out, and it's gonna be nice and gory, and that's the way I like it. So yeah, pretty pumped about that.
That's what I like. Okay, Bruno Mars. What about that hallway scene though, when they were all fighting together and taking turns? I'm like, oh man, I'm like, now can I stream it now? I think just the first episode. I want it. So, but yeah, it's gonna be good. It was definitely a great day for that. And just to go in a different direction real quick, did you see the Dark Tower trailer?
I did not. I'm gonna have to. Don't spoil it for me. I'm gonna check it out.
To watch that when we disconnect. I need you to watch that.
Okay.
Because that right there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
All our fans out there, you haven't seen it. Apparently, it's a Stephen King series of novels. They created it into a movie, and got Matthew McConaughey, got Idris Elba. It looks phenomenal. Simple as that. Go check it out.
I'm gonna check that out. We got about a minute and a half left in the show, so we'll. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna firing up YouTube here. Yeah, man. Again, real exciting week. We got a lot of stuff going on. Nerds, geeks, fellow geeks, definitely hit up your local mom and pop comic shop this Saturday. Help them out, and don't get your free comics, but also throw some money, get yourself some stuff, and support your local comic shops. That's really all I got, man. Before we sign off.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, man. All right. Guys, as always, you can check us out at hardcoregeekcast.com. We are on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook is going to be Geek Podcast, and Twitter is going to be HC Geekcast. Our past episodes are also on iTunes as well. I can hit myself up on Twitter at Mr. Showtime84. Joe, where can we find you?
Joe Dub RTD on Instagram as well as Twitter.
There you go. Guys, we will see you next week, and we will be talking a lot more geeky stuff. Hit us up. Let us know what you want us to talk about next week. Other than that, I want to thank you all for listening, and we will see you later.